Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Friday. Yesterday, we had highs in the upper 50s to mid 60s for the area, but much cooler today, mostly because of the overcast skies and the rain. A little bit cooler off to the northwest in the mid to upper 40s, which is about going to be steady temperatures for much of the day. Because of warm front may be impacting our southeastern communities, temperatures may be able to warm up closer to the mid, possibly upper 50s today. But by this afternoon, it'll probably be a little bit closer to 50. It's mainly going to be the morning that will have those milder temperatures. Meanwhile, here's a look at rainfall, mostly north of I-70 by 8 o'clock, at least according to this model. Obviously, we'll continue to monitor that throughout the day today on where that rain is. Have the WIBW weather app and the interactive radar to keep an eye on the trends of the rainfall throughout the day. The good news is we clear out just in time for the weekend, giving way to plenty of sun for both Saturday and Sunday, even if there's going to be some clouds at times both days. Meanwhile, here's a look at potential rainfall for today. This actually is beginning at 3 a.m. this morning as I'm recording this, so keep in mind that some of this rainfall may be occurring between 3 a.m. and sunrise, which means there may not be quite as much as you're watching this video, especially if you're watching this after sunrise. So just be aware of that there might not be quite as rainy conditions as what you might think, at least during the daytime hours. You'll notice that rainfall for the other computer models for the rain today and this evening, again, looking at some steady rainfall for much of the day, albeit not quite as heavy as what it was overnight. Taking a look at the weekend, there is a chance of patchy fog both mornings that we'll be keeping an eye on. Otherwise, low 60s on Saturday and mid 60s on Sunday, which means if you're heading out to the Chiefs game, you'll notice that 64 degrees in Kansas City, maybe slightly cooler than that. We'll monitor that, but right now I'm going generally upper 50s and low 60s throughout the game. And of course, you can watch that game on WIBW TV if you can't make it out there against the Colts. Meanwhile, we'll have another storm system impacting our area Sunday night into Monday, maybe lingering a little bit into Monday evening before drying out Tuesday and Wednesday, just in time for those holiday travel plans, especially if you're just staying within the immediate vicinity of the state and or the region, as we're looking at just a colder air moving into the area. Nothing as far as precipitation is concerned. It's still a little bit of uncertainty on how cold it will get and how long it will stay cold for. So be aware that there is still some possible changes to the forecast as we get closer to next week, as computer models hopefully have a little bit more of an agreement with each other. But it does look like colder air is going to be filtering into the area. Now keep in mind that just because we are in the blue and probability of below average temperatures, this does not indicate how cold it will get. Even if it's 2 to 3 degrees below average for this time of year, that is still technically a valid forecast. It does not have to be 5, 10, 15 degrees below average. It does not have to be considerably cold. It just has to technically be slightly below average. And as far as today is concerned, we're looking at 53, the average high, so probably by next week it'll be closer to 50. So those 40s that we're expecting on Thanksgiving Day, even if we do stay in the upper 40s, that's still technically below average. And then obviously looking at some green showing up with what are the normal conditions across the area. But as far as any snow is concerned, I still think that'll mainly stay up to our north. If we do potentially get any winter precipitation, especially during the holiday weekend, I'm not expecting major accumulation. There might be impacts. Of course, it doesn't take much. All it takes is a dusting to cause problems if you're not prepared for it and if you're not being mindful of the conditions. But as far as actual measurements, as far as anything more than a potential trace of winter precipitation, I'm not seeing that. So good news there. We just have to get through today with the rain throughout the day. Again, not quite as widespread or as heavy as from overnight. There's going to be some dry periods, so don't be surprised by that. And then we'll have another round of rain Sunday night into Monday. Definitely will not be as heavy as what the system last night into today is bringing. I think we'll be closer to a tenth of an inch to a half inch, the way things are trending now. That is subject to change, so make sure to check in throughout the weekend for updates on that rain that we'll have to begin the week. Have a great day.